what does it mean to be irrelevant? Well, a bit of help from the dictionary tells us that it means to be peripheral, insignificant, or trivial. That's not great, and definitely not something to envy. With that in mind, spare a thought for the 253rd name to be called out at this year's NFL Draft, who, despite years of discipline, training, and sacrifice, will be known from the very start to the very end of his career as Mr. Irrelevant. Football's most undesirable nickname is the brainchild of former San Francisco wide receiver Paul Salata, who in 1976 resolved to do something nice for the player picked last in the draft. That something nice was revealed that spring at the NFL Draft in New York City, where the Pittsburgh Steelers selected Kelvin Kirk with the final pick. The pick was announced by Salata himself, who presented Kirk with a jersey with Mr. Irrelevant emblazoned unashamedly across the shoulders. Still wondering where the nice part comes in? Well, the story of Mr. Irrelevant doesn't end on draft day, and Paul Salata isn't a monster poking fun at the league's least valuable player, rather the lover of a good underdog story. So, while the other 500 and something young hopefuls are packing their bags and heading off to rookie training camps, Mr. Irrelevant is heading off to California. What follows has affectionately become known as Irrelevant Week, a celebration of all things underrated and overlooked, hosted by the Salata family. The week includes a private tour of Disneyland, the VIP treatment at a Major League Baseball game, and even an award ceremony. So, while Mr. Irrelevant may not be destined for the NFL Hall of Fame, this bizarre sporting tradition has carved out a legacy that players across the league are happy to be a part of. Since its inception in 1976, Irrelevant Week has raised over $1 million for charity and fostered a message of positivity and inclusiveness in the sport. In the words of the man himself, it's not a negative to be picked last in the draft. Rather, it's an honor to be drafted at all. In the end, it turns out being irrelevant really isn't that bad.